Hey, Lanaria, you came to class yesterday and left early. You're back. Everything all right?
Yeah, my computer it was tweaking. It kept shutting off and going black.
Okay, all right. Well, is it you on your phone or your computer now? What's going on?
Not on my computer now.
Okay, so it's working.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. Hey, Mr. Carson. Oh, he's driving again and yawning in my face. Okay. Um, so we're gonna get started in about a minute or so. Get your screen set up, and we're gonna get going with today's program. Carson, this should be easy for you because you've seen this program before. And Lanier, you've seen it before too. I'm asking you guys to remix it. So in order to remix any program, you have to be logged into Scratch. That's first and foremost. So take a moment while this clock is ticking, because this is for the latecomers, to get logged into Scratch and set up your screens. And in Edsby, be logged in Edsby, you'll get your source code, so you can figure out what to do. All right. So one more minute. Let me do attendance again. Carson is present. Robinson is present.
Mr. Tyler, can I still turn in my missing assignments?
Yeah. That's Robinson. Yeah, you can. We're gonna talk about that. You missed yesterday. So every Tuesday, Linearia is called office hours or asynchronous days. I need you to remember that. So those are the days where I'm not going to be really instructing you. I might not even assign nothing that day. It's just a day of catching up on work. It's kind of like study hall. Have you ever had study hall?
Yeah.
Okay, so you better use Tuesdays that way because you're a computer science student.
Okay.
All right. And also, Linearia, all teachers have those days. So make sure you ask so you have time to still make up work you miss.
Okay.
All right. So 11 seconds. Let me get this attendance saved. All right. I know. Stop. All right. So let's get started on our norms. I'm going to have you two read a set of the norms. It is for participation points for you to ask me that. Let me pull up the norms. Let's move this out the way. I think you all can see what I'm doing. All right, so let's open this up. There we go. I was like, I know I pulled that tab up for you guys. Scroll up. Okay, so first on the list would be you, Miss Robinson. Can you read the 5 basic norms there? Lanier, are you there?
No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in the classroom are sacred. We would never behave in a way that would discredit ourselves, our school, or our family. And Excel Academy Southwest students always lady or gentlemen. We take pride in Excel Academy of Southwest.
Thank you, Miss Robinson. You got your in-class points for that. Now, Mr. Carson, are you able to read or no? I can't tell. I need you to
Yeah,
read the. All right, so do the academic norms, sir. Do you see it on the screen there?
yeah, we respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive to participate. We have fast expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Thank you, sir. That's awesome. All right, you got his in class point. So when I ask you guys to do things, is to make sure you're present, you're attentive, and participating, as our norms state. So don't take it as a you put me on the spot, Tyler. No, I'm trying to make sure you can actually get out the class. So when you're participating, that means you have a chance at the very end. If you sucked or you didn't do too well, you at least have some way of getting a D or a C. It just depends on how well you participated, right? So let's keep that in the back of our minds and let's look at today, because I'm going to tell you what to do, and then there's going to be a share out session, because I'm a parent and I know when students are not with me because I have a son and he's at Lindblom. So it's like, okay, you need to go back and do that correctly, right? So, and that's what the share outs are for. So I can see what you have done in the time I gave you. All right. So Edsby, welcome, Mr. Rush, my co-teacher. Um, what we got here? We're in Esby, and basically you should be in Esby, and this is where you find your source code. Now, I try to be diligent. I'm human, but I try to be diligent and make sure Townhouse and GGI link, they're the same link. So, staff tries to come in here and they try to get you the link for Townhouse or GTI, but it's in your ESB. I try to post it at the start of every day after I post the assignment. So you know my routine, right? So that's the link for Townhouse. The recording for yesterday, in case you missed it, is this right here, if you see it. And it says 19 hours ago. So, I just recently posted. I'm trying to show you guys how to survive this class because we got a few more weeks to go. And I'm not going to get too easy on you because, I still got to put my name on your grade and say, yeah, they passed or yeah, they failed, right? So let's look at this. Well, you should look at this because these are the videos and stuff and, what you had to do for yesterday in case you missed it. I mentioned to Linearia already that we have what's called asynchronous days. All teachers, I want to remind you of this, all teachers have asynchronous days. They're like office hours. When I was in college and many other universities and institutions, you had office hours or time outside of class. You went talk to the professor, the instructor, the teacher, whomever. It could even be at a job. Like, all right, I need to talk to you one-on-one about why you wrote me up. That's office hours, believe it or not. Right? So use them wisely with all your teachers. Now, we got today's project is called evaluation. I'm just going to tell you because I want you to give you some time to get started and get into the coding of it because you guys are learning how to be computer scientists, believe it or not. So let me grab this and I'm going to have, who can I give points to first? I'm going to try Linearia out. I haven't heard from her in a second. Let me see if this fits in the chat first. I'll grab this bit. There we go. Copy. And here we are. Okay, so Larry, can you read what's in the chat there? You don't have to read the link, but just, everything you can read, not the links. You're muted. Are you there?
Hello and good day to all future computer scientists. Please review and begin creating the MIT Scratch profile. You will need to confirm your email address, and this shall allow you to share out all projects that you create in this class. The link to start your Scratch profile online is, that.
Okay, thank you, Linearia. That was 20 points. She said, oh, yeah, that. So the first link that Linearia was talking about is to start. And make sure you're logged in first. Log into Scratch first, okay? Because a lot of you guys, when you get in there, it's like, I can't get access to this. I can't do this. It's mainly because you didn't log into Scratch first. So it's just kind of like when you come in your house, you use your keys to open the door, right? It's the same thing. You got to log into Scratch to use it. So log in. And you want to have two screens. So let me show you on my screen what I mean by that. So the first screen, you want to resize it. I showed you guys how to resize screens, right? So resize it. And then I'm going to grab one tab and drag it over. And I'm just resizing. If you're on a computer, this is simple to do. But if you're on a phone, it's like playing Game Boy. I'm telling my age. But it's like playing on a little tablet. You're not able to get a lot done. And your neck is cramped. And just sit at a computer because this is what you're going to have to do if you happen to work for a government agency or university or just you have to work. They're not going to want you to be on staff if you have a phone in hand trying to do the work. They're going to fire you. I'm just letting you know because they're going to think you're lazy. So, all right, let's keep going. The second screen you're going to have up here, like I said, is going to be the Scratch, right? So I'm trying not to close this. Let me do this right here. There we go. I had to figure it out because I'm going to leave it up there in case students don't know. I leave this here in case students don't know which class they're in. It's like, Okay, so you want a blank screen for Scratch. I'm trying to show everybody what to do so they can get started. You click on create with that blank screen. And that's that first link I'm talking about, everybody, in the chat. So you click on that and it starts, a new canvas where you can start recreating the code I gave you. So I give you a sample. This is like my advanced I do because you guys are computer scientists. And in computer science, you got to try it out before you actually understand it. So there's no, man, can you explain it a different way? No, there's no way to explain it, brother. Or sister, you got to try it. Okay. It's called baptism by fire in technology. So let me come here. And this is the project. So I want you to have your screen set up the same way as I do so you can code from screen to screen. Now, there's a technique that I can't show you because I'm in the teacher version of it, But in the student or new user version, there's a button called Remix. It's a green button. You will find it once you click on My Project. Okay. So I'm willing to give out 30 points to someone that can take me through the steps of remixing a project. So I see Carson is busy. Linear, are you logged in to Scratch?
Yes.
Okay, so opportunity points for points. Let me turn on a share screen, and I want you to share your screen so I can see what you're doing and walk you through how to remix it. Because I want to get this recorded and show students. Welcome to class, Alika. I'm glad you made it because we about to talk about remixing projects. So go to Linearia. I turned the share feature on. Can you share your screen for a second? So I can walk you through how to do a remix. I think a lot of people don't know how to do it. I think Carson knows how to do it already, but
I know how to do the remix already.
well, can you walk us through it? I'll give you 50 points if you can do that. Because I was about to talk y'all through it, but can you show us? Have you remixed it yet? Please say no.
No, I haven't remixed it yet.
Okay. So can you show us how you remix it? Just a quick explanation. Not to put you on the spot, but I want it. I want that. I want students to explain the class. Because that's a perk of the class. We
How I
have
remix the project, like press the remix button
right,
and
right, right.
change
But you
it.
gotta, but don't do it yet. Share your screen first.
Oh, I can't share it. It say you still presenting.
Oh, let me stop presenting. You can though. Your present button's not working.
No, it say Michael Tyler is presenting.
Okay,
Okay, now I can present.
there you go.
You can see my screen.
Yes, ma'am. All right, now how? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you. Now show us. Now show us like what you would do to make the code your own. Okay, so there you go. Did
Huh?
everybody see what she did? Did everybody see that green button that she clicked on? That's what Carson was talking about. You click on that button, and then it allows you to own the code. That's what he was talking about. But I think a lot of people are confused about that part.
I always do this before I start my projects.
You gotta be signed in though, right?
Yeah, I'm signed in.
Uh-huh. Okay. So Alika, that's what I was sharing it with you yesterday. You can stop sharing. You got your 50 points, Miss Robinson. Great job. So I just want to make sure because a lot of y'all, when I start talking about the code, y'all be like, "Oh, I gotta do it from the background." No, own the code. When you work at a computer science company or you're a computer scientist, they will give you a project and you will have some beginning code. They be like, "Fix this part for us." That's what you're doing now. All right. So with that said, Alika, did you see the remix button that she just did?
Yeah,
Okay. So are you logged in? Because I think you had password issues yesterday or something like that.
I'm trying to get in this computer now.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the code does, and then I'm going to tell you about what you need to do to improve the code to get full credit. This is a critical thinking assignment, everybody. All right. So let's go through this slowly. I think I got to share my screen again. Here we go. All right. So everybody, please confirm that you can see what I'm doing. It shows me that I think you can see, but I don't know if you can see. So right now our screens are sized. We have two screens. One screen is for you to start coding. And if you hit remix, you just take that over to the side, leave my code still up where you can see it, and you're coding to match it, right? So what you want to do is make sure at the end of the project, it works the same as my code, but with your own sprites, with your characters. So I'm gonna have a student read for points the next part of the agenda in EDSB that I set up for you this morning. Let me grab this part. And let's see, who hasn't gotten points? I think Alika just got here. So Alika, can you read what I'm about to put in the chat?
Use the code to recreate your own sprite and backdrop for the entire for all the for the entire program. All the segments of the code need to be ready tomorrow morning class. Please keep in mind that you must choose your own sprites and background for this project and all future projects to get minimum credit. All sprites have to be all sprites have to have different music settings and upload to SP. Visit your Scratch link by 8 p.m. Stay safe out there, Zan.
Thank you, Miss Vernon. All right. So the next part is just basically us talking about what to do, right? So again, I kind of told you for you to be like, can I use the same? You can't just click the remix button and then boom, I'm done. You can't do that. Okay. You have to have your own, you have to use your creativity. You have to use your own sprites or recolor them if you don't know how to do that. And I've seen students that can do it, like Carson and others. You can't, I've showed you how to switch sprites out, right? So you remix it and then you go to costumes and you change the sprite. These are things I want you to do. Y'all gonna be saying I'm doing too much, but I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure you can get $20 an hour as a computer scientist student. All right, just being honest with you. So these are things you have to do. No excuses. So let's go to the code. All right, so you should have it set up the same way as me on your computer, hopefully. And this is what the code does. So let me go through it slowly before I start the timer and you work. So if you look at my screen, I think you can see it. It says you guys can see it. Yeah. If you look at my screen, you see this zombie, right? Now, if I hit the flag, either this flag or the flag up here, and you can do what I'm doing if you can't see my screen, because I can't see that. All right, you're supposed to be doing it with me. So open up the second link in the chat for this code, or go to Edsby and grab that link, okay? So this project, when I hit the flag, you see the zombie. He starts here. And your goal is you're going to have to make all of this talk, right? And we talked about text-to-speech blocks. I've seen a few of you do it. It's an extension where you make what he's talking about be said or audible, meaning I should hear, because the biggest thing with computer science is making sure you create inventions that are universal, meaning if I can't see, right, and I still have my hearing, your project or program is going to help me out. But if I can see and I can't hear, right, then I can read what you're doing. Your project still help me out. So I want you to make this universal. That's why I have you do this. It's not to, make it hard on you.
To
So
make
basically,
the thing talk. Ain't that the text to speech block, right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what we did yesterday. So you're doing it again today. I'm just reinforcing it or forcing you to practice this technique. So you see what the zombie is saying, everything, right, Linearia, or everybody? Like, if I hit the flag, it says,
Yeah.
help the zombie catch. You have to make that thing speak. Now, here it is. Here's the addition today. You have to also change the voice levels, right? So you can't all use the same voices when it speaks. Okay. And there's some blocks inside of the text speech that you can use to change that. That's what you have to do today. So it's a little more difficult, but we're getting closer to quiz time. And I'm showing you more techniques that we started on Monday to now. Because next week, I want to start working on music and how you guys can sample music and remix it into your projects. All right. So anyway, I hit the start and you have this creature down here. I'm just showing you what it's supposed to do. So it says press up, over. This is the arrow key. And I'm literally pressing my keyboard left or right with arrows. And I got to press space bar. I don't know if you can hear it or you're playing it with me. You got to grab enough to win. That's all you got to do to make this program work. You got to use your own backdrops, or you can recolor the backdrop that's there. Recolor the zombie or the sprites and the bats. But first click remix, so you're not doing all the code all over again. And you like, Tyler, I need more time. That's because you didn't do what I told you to do. Log in, click the remix button. Do that right now. So it's your code. But you can't remix it until you log in. So make sure you have your password and stuff. You guys are adults, so you need that information. All right. So what do we have to do to the code? I want to explain that again before we start the timer. You click see inside of my source code, and I'm going to start putting some comments in there that you should see automatically. So you'll see there's already comments in here for this program, right? And it just tells you what to do. But I'm going to put my own comments on what you have to do, because this is like explanations, these comments here. But I'm going to put my comments in there of what you had. I want you to pay attention to my comments. I'm going to put Tyler says do, right? Let me do that for you. So the first sprite is the zombie. And I told you guys you got to make text-to-speech blocks, right? So let me grab this and come down some. So where's our first speech block at with the zombie? Chomp. There's a lot of code in here. That's why I had you remix it. because if you remixed it by now, you should have everything I have, right? So, oh, Carson left. He might be coming back though. I know he has to get out the car and log back in and stuff. So, anywhere where it talks is what is that? Oh, that was me. I'm sorry. Stop this. So, what talks? Let's look. And then here's a second. Here's a section right here. It's the skull that's doing all the talking. Looks like, right? So, let's put a comment here for you. Tyler says, make all of the say blocks audible, and that means to be said, right? Something is being said to you, audible, by using text, like Linaria said, text to speech blocks. So you're not removing these blocks, because I still want to be able to read it, but I want to hear it too, right? So and in case you thought I forgot, make sure they have different voice levels. I mentioned this earlier, and I'm gonna explain it. Let me save this so you can see the comment itself. All right, so it should pop up on your screen. That's what I like about this system. You see the comment pop up over on your screen. Now, where do I find, in case you forgot, these text and speech blocks? If you're looking at my screen, I'm gonna click right here on extensions or add extension. Once you do that, you come to text to speech. If you do that, what will happen is this block will, these set of blocks will pop up. This is how you make it speak, in case you forgot that part of class, right? And this is how you change the voice level. These are the blocks I want you to use to change the voice levels. All right, so let me save that, because I'm gonna put this comment right here so you'll see it in the source code, and you can redo yours to make it work. Now, each of these say blocks, you don't want to delete them. You want to incorporate right underneath each of them a say block, a text to speech block, and also a voice level. So if I set, for instance, let's just go ahead, I'm gonna start you off with this one. Let me grab this part here and separate it. I'm gonna put this here and this here. I'm showing you what I would do as a computer scientist, or, well, you guys don't know, but electrical engineers, computer engineers, we're taught what we know plus computer science. That's why we're engineers, because we can program it and build it and fix it. Anyway, you grab this, and this will happen is you will replace this part with this part, right? So I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna put this here, and then when I play it, what will happen is I can have it say it, but I can change the voice levels as well. So you choose your voice levels. It's up to you. But each time it speaks, you should have your own unique voice level for every statement. All right. So you're gonna have them say everything, but you also want to make sure there's different voice levels for everything they say. Now, you don't have to choose, like, you just choose either one, as long as not everything sounds the same, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so let me save this. I'm gonna leave that there for you to tackle, because that's for every say block. Anytime your project says something, it needs a text to speech block, plus it needs a different voice level. I hope everybody understands what to do, because I'm about to start this clock. All right, so that's the biggest thing. And I'll put that comment there, but that goes for anything that speaks.
How you change the voice level?
Okay, let me go back to that again. You see this block right here, Linaria?
Yeah.
You see where it says set voice to?
Yeah. I'll just add. Okay, thank you. That's all I need to know.
Okay, so instead of one block in between each speech or say block, you need two, and you just changing the voice levels. Okay, as long as they're not all the same, that's all I'm asking. I think to a certain degree, no, you can't. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voice levels. So just make sure you just alternate the different voice levels as you go through. Don't make this hard.
Okay, so everyone that say, replace them ones with speak.
The two, no, don't replace them. incorporate to, right? Because you want people, like I said earlier, you want people to be able to read what you're doing and hear what you're doing.
Also do both. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got
Okay,
you.
I hope you do. All right, we're gonna see who gets it right. All right, so I'm gonna give everybody. I think everybody understands what to do. That's the one comment. Oh, I almost forgot. Word of the day. We'll talk about after share outs and the music background. That's what we I think Miss Vernon just read. Your stage needs its own background. Okay, so put a comment here in case you forget. Add some background music. Okay, and that's I clicked on stage to do that to keep everything organized for you guys. Some background music. Don't forget about that. Word of the day and term of the day. If you want to get ahead of that, just choose which sprite, and I'll tell you what they are when you're ready. Okay. So it's 9:29. I want to get this time out where you work on it and get something done. And I gave you a big tool with the remix button. There's no reason nobody should be. You should be focused on how to fix your code. That's it. Okay. All right. So let's start. Let's try for 10 minutes where you're working on this code. You should have remixed it, and you now know from the comments I gave you and what I explained to you what to do. Now all you got to do is like Nike, do it. Melody, you just arrived working on the code. Are you logged into your Scratch profile? Melody, you there? Says you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Are you logged into XD?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all gotta be careful because they're telling us pretty soon that we will not be allowing the students into class 30 minutes late. So you gotta be careful. You might come into class and then you won't be allowed in, and staff will follow up with you afterwards. So try to be here on time. But what was I about to say? Uh, you should have the code. There are comments in there that show you what to do. Uh, Basically, we're using the say blocks, I mean, text speech blocks, and also changing the voice levels of those blocks. You just gotta be creative and do it. So we're just gonna do share outs. Mel just got here. It's 9:38. Can I give you a little more time? Um, so at most, I can give you like probably 6 more minutes to give her time to catch up because I want everybody to have ample time to do share outs as your in class points. So when this clock expires, I'm just gonna give you 6 more minutes at most. Can I do 6? That'll bring us to 45. We could do 8. All right. Well, a little more time, and then once the clock expires the second time around, we'll do share outs and do attendance.
Mr. Tyler, you never put the scratch link in the chat.
I can mail. That's I already did though, but I can put it in there again for you. That's why they don't want y'all coming late to class. Hold on, let me.
Um,
Okay, here you go. Yeah, because if you come after it's already been done, you don't see it. But do you see it now?
yeah.
Okay. Do you have a question, Mr. Carson?
I was gonna say I'm going to the bathroom
Okay. No, I just heard your microphone come on. I didn't know what to think, but okay.
because I was trying to type in the chat.
Do you need to type in the chat? I could turn it on. Like, I don't know.
Morning,
Yes,
Tyler.
sir. Yes, sir. I just saw you.
I'm just checking to see who was in here, who wasn't star tested yet.
I don't know.
Everybody, Alika, Linaria, and Melody, were you all star tested?
Hello, are you guys there?
Yeah, I took the STAR test already.
Yeah, I did.
Linaria, did you star test?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna put Tyler. Do I need
Yes,
to?
sir. Yeah, you need the link. Put a link in there.
No, I'm just saying. Is it something that she need to finish right quick or?
She could finish it later. She knows what to do, especially Linaria.
Oh,
So, Linaria, just see me on Asynchronous Days to catch up. But you know what to do, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right.
well, I'm putting a link in the chat, and you
The
just
chat is open, sir.
follow that link, Linaria, and I'll meet you there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Tyler.
No problem. All right, so that was our timer for share outs. It's 9:48. We're close to the class. This is a moment of redemption for most of you because these are in-class points where you can have a reservoir of points. It's kind of like I look at it like it's a video game. I've been playing Assassin's Creed lately. It's a good game, Valhalla, and you want to have enough save points or enough points stored for participation. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm writing these down, so I'm gonna go down the list, or is there anybody who wants to volunteer before I just cold call down the list people? Does anybody feel confident to jump out there, or should I just go down the list?
Me.
Go ahead, Mr. Carson. Let me turn on the share feature. Yeah, I know that's my fault. All right, you should. Is the button activated for you now?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and take over. Let me know if it's not giving you trouble. I was gonna say, let me know if you're in trouble. It's sharing. All right, you're golden now. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can just start the program if you think you got it all done. You don't have to go through all that. All right. Okay. Oh, you recolored it. Cool. You made it a girl, the zombie.
Use L and R arrows to move. Press
Great
space
job.
to jump.
That's a great job. Okay. You got it talking.
To win. You have 20 seconds. Click start.
So everybody see what he's done? This is all you had to do. Okay. I was going to say, make it jump and see if you win. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Great job, sir. You got the hang of it. You're a veteran computer scientist at this point in my class. So you're free to go in about, I want to say, you could just go ahead and leave and let you get ready for next period. Turn it in though. Don't forget. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who's next in the list? Alika, you're next. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I gotta turn it around on my computer. I gotta turn my phone around to my computer.
Okay. So you're able to get in your computer again today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They gave me a message saying they're going to update your computer, but you got to reboot it. We'll talk about that later, I guess. But show me your screen real quick. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to see that, but all right.
I was trying to change my background, but I don't know how to change it with this computer being like this.
You need a mouse. You talking about the touchpad? Okay. All right. Well, it seems like you got yours recoded a little bit too. Okay. I do you a favor. I know you're busy. Send me that code into Esby real quick before you forget, okay? You got your in-class points. It seems like you got started on it.
You can hear it?
I can hear you, yes?
L and R arrows to move. Press space to jump.
Is it jumping?
You have 20 seconds.
Click start. Help the zombie catch some bats. Use L
Can you make it move? So press the arrow key.
Huh?
Press the arrow key to make the zombie move.
No love.
Your screen went black.
I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go. So if you press the arrow key, you can make the zombie move, right?
I don't know why it's not doing it.
No. Do you know what I mean by the arrow key on your keyboard? So there's a key that yeah.
I'm back.
Now press the left or right arrow.
No, and arrows to move.
You are making it move. Okay, you got it. All right, that's all I needed. I was just trying to make sure your program worked.
You have 20 seconds.
So Alika, you're good. You can mute yourself now. Melody, you're next. Do you have anything you can show so far? Did you remix the code?
No, I'm still working on it. I gotta re-sign in.
Okay. So Ms. Vernon, you're free to go. Try to get it turned in soon. What you can finish by before 8 p.m. Okay. Alika, did you hear me or no? It seems like she's muted.
I'm sorry. I thought I had my mic on. I don't know how to change this background with this computer being like this.
I want you to figure it out though, because we talked about that. I want you to try to figure it out. Okay. Because you got most of the coding done. You just got to fix that background. All right. So Melody, you want to show, because in about 3 more minutes, class is over with. You want to show it in 3 minutes, or you just want to try to show it tomorrow in class?
You talking to me?
I'm sorry, Melody. Yes, talking to you.
Yeah, I guess.
You guess you want to show it? Which one? Which are you guessing?
The one I'm working on right now.
Right. So you want to try to finish it off before we leave, or you want to show it in class tomorrow?
Show it in class tomorrow.
Okay. All right. You still got to turn something in tonight, though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Get ready for your next period.
All right. Thank you.